So what's better, the RRSP or the TFSA? This is a great question that I get from a lot of people, and it's something that we need to understand. I'm going to give you guys the answer here today. But before I get into it, first thing we need to do is we need to understand what the difference is between the RRSP and TFSA. Some of you watching are probably like, I know the difference. This is easy work. But a lot of people are beginners. They're beginners, guys. We all started our finance journey somewhere, right? So I'm going to explain to you what the TFSA and RRSP are, how they differ, the advantages and disadvantages of each one. And then I'm going to give you my verdict on which one is better. But before I do, hit the like and subscribe button. Helps with the algorithm, helps grow the channel. So TFSA is a pretty simple account to understand. All the money that can go into a TFSA is after tax money, meaning putting money into a TFSA does not save you any taxes up front, right? You've gotten paid, the government's taxed your paycheck, you've got some money left over. Now you're like, okay, what do I do with it? Okay, I'm gonna put it into my tax-free saving account and I'm going to invest it in a halal way, of course, right? Now you can put up to $7,000 per year into your tax-free saving account. Each year that you don't use that maximum limit, it adds on top of itself, right? So if you have a $7,000 contribution room this year, and then it becomes 2026, you get another $7,000 contribution room. Next year, you don't contribute in either of those years, your total room inside the TFSA is $14,000. Now, if you were to put that $14,000 into your tax-free saving account, which is like, that's fantastic. You're a good saver, be proud of yourself. All the profit that you earn from your investments inside your tax-free saving account is tax-free. You will never have to pay tax on that money again. Now, the thing about the TFSA you have to understand is it is the most flexible investment account that we have that has some sort of tax benefit to it, meaning that you can put the money in the TFSA anytime. You can take it out of the TFSA anytime. When you take it out, there are no taxes, there's no additional fees, nothing like that. You just have to keep in mind that if you were to max out your TFSA today, so let's say it's 2025, you put $7,000 in today, let's say that's the only room you have, now you pull that $7,000 out tomorrow, you will have to wait until 2026, and then all your contribution will reset at the beginning of the calendar year. So the TFSA is an absolutely great account for its flexibility, its ability to generate you long-term tax-free profit, and it's one of those things that it gives people a sense and peace of mind in knowing that they can go in and get their money anytime that they want. So I love the TFSA. It is a great tool. It is great, especially for, I would say, younger people. And, all things created equal, it can be a fantastic tool to help you save both for the short and long-term goals. The RRSP is the Registered Retirement Savings Plan. Now, this is a little bit less flexible, right? The money that you're putting into the RRSP is considered pre-tax money. What does that mean? It's kind of a fancy way of saying that, okay, let's just say, for example, you earn $100,000 a year. Mashallah, great for you, you've got a good job. If you earn $100,000 a year, the government is going to tax you as though you've earned $100,000 a year. But if you were to put $10,000 into your RRSP, instead of the government taxing you on the full $100,000 that you've earned, they're only going to see it as though you've earned $90,000. So you end up saving around $4,000 in taxes by putting money into the RRSP. So to recap, TFSA, no immediate tax benefit. You don't save anything on taxes. All the money is considered after-tax dollars. RRSP is pre-tax, right? So you've put some money into the RRSP. The government is either going to reduce how much tax you owe or pay you back for the fact that they've taken off too much tax from your paycheck, right? The downside of the RRSP, of course, is that down the road when you go to retire, if you use it for retirement, you are going to have to pay taxes again. But the theory is that at that time, you are going to pay less in taxes because you're not working, right? Now, the challenge with the RRSP, of course, is that it is inflexible, right? Generally speaking, you don't take money out of an RRSP unless you absolutely have to, right? You can get it out, but it will get taxed again, which kind of defeats the purpose. And then, of course, there are a few other cases where you can take the money out, such as buying your first house. So it's a great tool for saving for that first down payment. And then the other option is you can actually use some of that money if you decide to go back to school and get another degree, something like this. The other thing that's worth knowing about the RRSP is that with the RRSP, you can generate much more contribution room, right? So with the TFSA, your maximum contribution room is $7,000 a year, but an RRSP's contribution is based off of your income. So if you earn $100,000 in a year, your RRSP contribution room for that year is about $18,000. And just like the TFSA, if you don't use it, it adds on top of itself, right? So if you earn $100,000 2 years in a row and you contribute nothing to your RRSP, you have $36,000 of contribution room, whereas the only room for the TFSA is about $7,000, right? So you can accumulate more contribution room with the RRSP as opposed to the tax-free saving account. Now, what you've all been waiting for, drum roll please, which one is better, the tax-free saving account or the RRSP? Now, I will say all things created equal. Let's say there are two people, they're earning the exact same amount of money, they behave the exact same way. I would say that the TFSA is a little bit better, right? And the reason I say that is because it offers you that flexibility, right? Now, for some people, that flexibility isn't the greatest, right? Some people are not disciplined enough to leave their money alone for it actually to achieve their goal. And for those people, I would say you need to be putting your money in an RRSP, right? Because at the end of the day, like, you're going to want to go in there and touch it. And if there is a barrier for you to get your money back and it's for a specific goal, if in some cases that is better, right? And one of the things that I do as a financial advisor is I try to look at my clients as individuals and just sort of see, like, okay, what are they like, right? There are some people who put their money in their TFSA. It's for their retirement. It's for the down payment on a house. It's for something that's 4 or 5 years away and they don't touch it. And they don't give it away and whatever. But then there are other people who are like, okay, they see they've got a little bit of money. They're like, huh, what should I buy now, right? Oh, look at that. There, I can go on a trip. I can do this. I can do that. It's your money, right? At the end of the day, it's your money. You can do whatever you want, right? But if we sit down and we have a conversation and say, hey, listen, my goal is to do this. My job is to keep you accountable, right? At the end of the day, you can do whatever you want. But I'm going to try to put systems in place for my clients so that they achieve the goals that they want to achieve, right? So to answer the question, what's better, the TFSA, RSP? I would say, like I said, all things created equal, the TFSA is the better account, right? But that doesn't mean it's the right account for you. Okay? I cannot stress that enough. Each one of you is a little bit different. Each one of you has a little bit different goals. Each one of you behaves a little bit differently when it comes to money, finance, investing, all of these type of things, right? And so to really figure out which one is the best for you, what I would say, click the link below, book a free call, manzil.ca/wealth, and we can actually have a conversation and kind of figure out what you're like, what you're looking to do, and then, and only then, can we make the call. Which one is better, RSP or TFSA? Now, the reality is we can also do a combination. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It can be both. And in a lot of cases, both is the right answer for most people. I hope you guys like this video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, manzil.ca. And just a reminder, you've only got a couple weeks left to contribute to the RSP to save on those taxes. If you need some help figuring that out, like I said, link below, link below, link below, link below. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.